Hi, this is Michelle, and even though this is totally out of my comfort zone, because I find this very scary to make this video, Maxine convinced me that it should be done. And she was right. So I finally took time to look back at my journey before Wealth Builders, during Wealth Builders, and where I am now. So I'm going to say a few words to set the scene. Over the years, I guess I would consider myself a sensible money person in the sense that I'm not much of an overspender. I've always been careful with my money, and I've just kind of plodded along happily for many years, working and being happy. I met my husband, who ends up being exactly like me, very conservative financially and sensible. We got married. We had just enough money to pay for our wedding, which was a big thing about 10 years ago. And then over the years, I'm like, okay, we're doing well. But we never took time to actually look at it in detail, but we were doing fine. And then a friend of mine bought a rental property and did well out of it. And then it took me about 3 years to convince my husband to go to Spain and to invest. So in 2017, I finally got him to go to Spain. Instead of buying just one apartment, we bought two. So in 2017, we bought 2 rental properties, and my husband got really excited about it, which was great. And then again, we just kind of plodded along nicely without thinking much about it. And then I ended up going to FFU Live last year with some friends. I didn't know much about it, but I thought it was a good idea to start thinking really more in depth about my financial situation. And after, of course, a fantastic weekend with Anne, inspirational, just an amazing experience, I shocked everyone and signed up for Wealth Builders and started the process, which isn't fun, of the whole tracking your spending and your income statements, your balance sheet. My husband, though supportive, was not thrilled about getting all of this together, because he's like, well, we're fine, it's fine. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to be more than fine. I really want to put time, and I want us to be able to be financially free. So when we went through some of after I told him about the weekend, and we went through the numbers, he surprised me and he went, oh, all right, so when can I retire? So I'm like, okay, now let's look at this a bit more in detail. So again, we plodded a bit along, and I did the courses, and I looked through things and learned tons of things, which was super interesting. And of course, real estate, I think, is really our niche. So what we have done, the tracking of the spending and the balance sheet has given us a lot more clarity. And my goal was to have clarity and focus, because it was always, yeah, it's fine, but what does that mean, fine? And we didn't know the details. So now, with all this tracking, checking out every month where we stand, which was always very hard for my husband to do. He put together a fantastic spreadsheet that does a lot. It's quite complicated, does lots of things, but to fill it in was always quite difficult. And we continued, and we bought 2 more properties in Spain, which is fantastic. The biggest thing, I guess, for me is, again, the clarity of where I stand right now and where we want to be. And the biggest shift for my husband is, a month ago, he actually asked me to fill in the numbers, which shocked me, because he hates doing that. And now he is also going, all right, we need to fill in numbers, see where we're at and where we're going. It's been an amazing year and process throughout it all. And for me, it's the biggest shift was my husband's shift in coming along with me on this journey. I think now we need to move ahead. We could actually be financially free if we would move to Spain, but that's not really what we want to do. We considered it, but not really what we were planning right now. But it's just fantastic to know that we could actually be financially free if we really wanted to. A couple numbers, we, I think, increased our net worth by 22%, which made me very excited. And I'm looking forward to the future because I feel like we just need to use that leverage that Anne talks about to move us to the next stage of our journey. So anyway, that's me.